impressive academic tenure at Westport High School, and she too managed to be involved in creating a special program as part of her role as president of the National Honor Society. You might see some references, you might have seen bracelets that say "Pay It Forward," and that was her way, along with the other members of the NHS, way of encouraging people to do acts of kindness long before you are called upon to do them. And again, I am quite certain that Pay It Forward will be an ongoing project of the National Honor Society. So thank you for that. The valedictorian of the class of 2014, Julia Valeri.
Good morning, Mrs. Tudelo, Mrs. Antonelli, Dr. Dargan, teachers, staff, friends, family, and most importantly, the class of 2014. Here we are together as one big unified group, dressed the same in our brown and white caps and gowns. It is crazy to think that we are all here on the stage together today to graduate from high school. For the past 12 years, most of us have grown up together, sat next to each other in classes, and played beside each other on teams. So over the years, we've shared a lot of common experiences. We can all remember the excitement of running under the big parachute in our early years of gym class, the pride we had when we saw our names and pictures on the board at the elementary school for the principal's award, and the countless Easter egg and Halloween drawings we submitted to be hung around East Market. We can all relate to the boredom of sitting through Channel 1 News every day for 4 straight years, or the long hours we sat at that rest station after our bus broke down, all restless and excited to finally arrive in Washington, D.C. We remember our first day of high school as little freshmen. We remember physical science with Mr. Bechtold, all the homecoming dances and the pep rallies. We remember Miss Silva's stories about Max the Puggle. We remember watching the teachers get up on stage singing "I Love Westport High." And of course, we'll always remember that one time Millette, well, who am I kidding? Everything Millette does is memorable. Even 10 years from now, if you hear the song "Hey Baby," you will still think of Mr. Egan. And no matter what age you are, you will most likely still smile if you hear the famous elementary school rhyme, "Mrs. Doobie has the ruby." Well, you know the rest. These are the little things that bond us and unite us to make the class of 2014. Our shared memories and our similar cap and gown attire today may make us one unified group. But what separates us is the acknowledgement that we are all unique individuals who may have arrived at the same place today, but by taking very different paths to get here. Some smooth, some bumpy, but all different. We have all had different personal and family experiences. We each have had our own victories, our own opinions, our own style, and even our own secrets. After all, we are individuals. And as individuals, we are being shaped daily by the outside influences, the ideas and actions of others, of our parents, our teachers, and our peers. Along the way, however, we have certain moments that sort of stop us in our tracks, moments of awe, moments of inspiration. Inspiration isn't about being exposed to something, but it's about how it's received by us, how it resonates. It's about the urge to take it with us and make it a part of us. These are the things that we see in others that make us say, "Wow, maybe I could do that," or "I want to be like that." The things that gradually shape us into the true person we are meant to be, and that can make us better and far more interesting of a person than we have been before. Inspiration is totally different from envy. It's not about admiring the greatness in someone, but instead it's about wanting to become great yourself by following their example. There are sources of inspiration all around. And because we are unique, we are all inspired by different things, by different people, and at different times. I took piano lessons at 8 years old. I liked the idea of learning how to play the piano, but there was no spark at all. So after not too long, I gave up on my lessons. Last summer, I was first introduced to a side of my friend that I didn't know existed. I was left in awe when I watched my friend, Erica Hall, play the piano for me, and then the guitar, and then the ukulele, all instruments which she had taught herself to play. I've seen people play instruments hundreds of times throughout my life. However, for some reason, that day at Erica's house ignited a spark from within me. As soon as I got home, I went into my attic and dug out the keyboard I received for my 8th birthday. I have played almost every day since, teaching myself just the way Erica did. From then on, any visit to the Hall's house included playing one of Erica's many instruments. We would sit down at the piano and share the songs we had learned, or we would sit in her room and she would teach me different chords and strumming patterns to play on the ukulele. To this day, every time I sit down to my piano or pick up my guitar, I think of Erica. I think about that first moment of inspiration she gave me, and how she made me feel as if I could play anything as long as I set my mind to it. It's easy to be inspired by the talent, skills, or intellect of another. But besides these common places of inspiration, people may also get inspired by the personal qualities of someone else. For example, the perseverance of a teammate who, no matter what the score is, will never give up during a game, may inspire another player to also give 110%. Or a person with a constant positive attitude, who can find the good in even the darkest of days, may inspire someone with their positivity. And from then on, that someone may instill the same positivity in their own life. Lastly, a stranger who performs a random act of kindness may inspire one or even many people to do the same and pay it forward. Sometimes, inspiration may be found during unexpected moments. My 3rd grade teacher, Mr. Tadro, was an amazing teacher, but I doubt he could have ever imagined that the day he brought his guitar into class to teach us a few chords, it would be a life-changing moment for Aaron Lassard, who from that day on never put down his guitar, and in the fall will be going to Berklee College of Music. I would bet that most teachers and coaches out there have inspired numerous students along the way, both related and unrelated to their subject matter, and we thank them for that. But as many teachers may tell us, we may also have been an inspiration to them. Truthfully, we may never know when our actions may be the source of inspiration for someone else. After all, I never actually told Erica, or to anyone for that matter, that she was the reason I gave music another try, and she is the reason that music is such an important role in my life today. According to the inspirational poet Maya Angelou, everyone has the possibility or probability to inspire someone. Each of us, no matter what we are going to be or how we are going to do it, have the ability to inspire someone along the way. So as we sit on the stage today, together as a unified group for one last time, and before we begin our next journey as individuals, you might want to think about this and ask yourself, what or who has inspired me? And what part of me could be an inspiration to someone else? At this point in time, we are all standing together at the same point in our life to receive exactly the same diploma as one another. It doesn't matter what path we took to get to this stage, what matters is where we go from here. Each and every one of us on the stage have thousands of different opportunities waiting for us in the future. It doesn't matter if we're number 5 in our class or number 95 in our class. We still have the same possibility of achieving that greatness we strive to reach from our inspirations. From this point forward, however, it is up to ourselves to decide our own future, to act upon these inspirations that may make all the difference in our lives, and to make decisions that will lead each of us down the path to become our best potential self. Once again, congratulations to the class of 2014. We did it.
Okay, and now I will invite Mrs. Antonelli, and we'll take a few moments to recognize the top 10 students in the